So in the previous lecture, video lecture, we have seen the properties of Z transform and some of the problems also we have seen based on the Z transform. And today in this lecture, we are going to see some more problems solved on using Z transforms. Okay. Next, to find the Z transform of the signal of the function x of n equal to 4 into 5 power n minus 3 into 4 power n. Okay. So here you can directly apply the formula a power n u of n is Z transform paired with 1 by a z inverse. So using this formula, 5 power n is 1 by 1 minus 5 z inverse and 3 by 1 minus 4 z inverse, and its ROC is, because it is a u of n function outside of outermost z plane, z circle, so mod z greater than 5. Next, determine the Z transform of the following n into a power n u of n. See here some complication has improved, that is a power n u of n we have, but they are asking n into a power n. Multiplication in time domain result, you can use the differentiation property. N into a power n x of n is Z transform paired with minus z d by dz of x of z. We have a power n u of n. Okay, then n into a power n means n into, that is minus z d by dz of 1 by 1 minus z inverse. So on solving this, you will get the answer like this. So a z inverse by 1 minus a z inverse whole square. So ROC is mod z greater than mod a. So like that we can solve the problem. But remember, the standard Z transform pair should keep in your mind. Okay. Similarly, x of n cos omega, see here omega naught, this is called discrete angular frequency component, omega naught. Okay, x of n is equal to cos omega naught n u of n, x of n equal to sin omega naught n u of n. Here also substitute cos omega naught n is equal to e power j omega naught n plus e power minus j omega naught by 2 into un. So on substituting these two equations, Z transform of e power j omega naught n into u of n plus 1 by 2 into Z transform of e power minus j omega naught n into u of n. So as we have a power n u of n is 1 by, so e power j omega naught is 1 by e power j omega naught z inverse plus 1 by 1 minus e power j omega naught z inverse. So similarly, you can solve for the sine functions also. So on the simplifying, you will get x of z is equal to 1 minus z inverse of cos omega naught by 1 minus z inverse of cos omega naught plus z power minus 2, mod z greater than 1. Similarly, you can solve the sine functions also. Sin j omega naught n is z inverse of sin omega naught by 1 minus z inverse 2 into z inverse of cos omega naught n. Similarly, a power n cos omega, here a power n is multiplied, so we have the same in this scaling function. Okay, like that you can solve. Next, inverse Laplace Z transforms. So inverse Z transforms are calculated by using the partial fraction method, which is also solved, which is already solved in the S transform, that is Laplace transform. So here also the same partial fraction methods we are going to solve for the Z transforms also. Here the x, we will arrange the given x of z equation like this, that is x of z by z is equal to numerator polynomial by denominator polynomial. Numerator polynomial gives us zeros, denominator polynomial gives us poles. So x of z by z is equal to like that you will say, and then find a values using this relation. So this is general notation. Pk power n u of n is a transform pair 1 by pk power. This formula you usually use to solve the inverse Z transforms. Okay, determine inverse Z transform of 1 by 1 minus 1.5 Z inverse plus 0.5 Z inverse. Okay, here three cases are given: mod z greater than 1, mod z less than 0.5, mod z in between. So one is right side signal, one is left side signal, one is collaboration of, that is combination of both. So this function can be rearranged by using this form, that is z square by z square minus 1.5z plus 0.5, or this can get written as x of z by z is equal to z by z square minus 1.5 z plus 0.5. So 1.5 0.5 can be written as z by z minus 1 into z minus 0.5. So x of z by z is equal to a by z minus 1 plus a2 by z minus 1. Find a1 and a2 values and then substitute that the function could be so 2 by z minus 1 minus 1 by z minus, or rearrange that by 2 by 1 minus, then again bring this z here. It becomes 2 by 1 minus z inverse minus 1 by 1 minus 0.5 z inverse. So for this is x of z. Now we can directly apply the inverse Fourier. But before applying inverse Fourier transform, we have to look the ROC. First ROC is mod z is greater than 1. So here we are having two poles. A pole is at z equal to 1, a pole is at z equal to 0.5. So mod z is greater than 1, first pole. So mod z equal to 0.5 circle is 1 and z is equal to 1 circle is 1. Because u of n is that is mod z is greater than 1 is outer post. So it is the u of z plane, that is right side function. So this ROC is common ROC for both ROCs. So the resultant one is 2 minus 2 power 2 into u of n minus 0.5 into u of n, or 2 minus 0.5 whole power n u of n is the answer for the first case. Coming to second case, mod z is less than 0.5. In this case, the area which is inside the circle. So this is so the resultant function is minus 2 minus 1 whole power n u of n minus 1 minus 0.5 u of minus n minus 1. So the resultant function is like this. And the third one is in between. So in between means 0.5, mod z is greater than 0.5, whereas mod z is less than 1. So for 1 it is a left side function, for 0.5 it is right side function. So 0.5 u of n and z 1 minus 1 whole power n u of n u of minus n minus 1, minus 2 u of minus n minus 1 minus 0.5 u of n is the result. So based on ROC, you need to calculate the values like this. So with this, the Z transforms are and some more problems are there which we will discuss in the material. Thank you so much.